This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, September 24th. I'm Jeff, here with Tori. You want me to compliment you?
Yeah.
You look great.
Thanks, man. I feel a little bit, I said like the first lady or Pepto-Bismol, but I feel
You know what I
good.
was going to say? It's like, here's what you look like.
Okay, say it.
You have a substitute teacher, and then
Yeah.
you come in and you're like, hey, that's our new teacher?
Hey,
then
I'm Miss.
But then you talk and you're like, nah.
The worst. You're the worst.
I can't give a full compliment. Brandon joins us from home. Hey, Brandon, you look fantastic.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Substitute Tori, how you doing today, girl? You look great.
Thank you, everyone. Round of applause, everyone. Good job.
That could be a thing. I'll just let you live in that moment.
Thank you so much.
There you go. All right, guys, America's Got Talent has a new champion, and it's not who you would expect. It came down to a country rock duo, of course, and a 27-year-old spoken word poet. The poet ended up winning. How about that, huh? His name is Brandon Leaks. Check out the part of his final performance, which he dedicated to his daughter.
So many nights as a child, I would pray for the earth in hopes that I could change it. And baby girl, you have become my world. And I know that if I can change your life for the better, that God must be real due to that answered prayer.
I think that was fantastic. Another moment that people are talking about is Meghan Markle's surprise appearance, maybe sniffing at a judge's spot. She sent a video message to a contestant, singer Archie Williams, and said she loved his name. Oh, that was nice. It also gave people a glimpse into her and Prince Harry's Santa Barbara home. Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Not really. Why do you think she did that?
I think she felt Archie Williams. I think she was really like a fan, and I think she reached out because that's on brand. And I do think she wants to be a judge. I kind of think you might be right on that. Let's be honest.
Brandon, what did you think about the whole AGT thing?
Well, the whole spoken word thing, for someone to win, I think that's huge for that some genre of music or arts, because it is an art form. If you've ever been on a New York subway, then you know all about spoken words, because you have subway car performers all the time. But a lot of people are online saying he's not going to do well with the Vegas residency. Those are the people that do the bachelor and bachelorette parties in Vegas. There is another side of Vegas where you can go and have a good time, watch something that involves the arts, and go have a spa day and play golf. I think he's going to do a great job with that Vegas residency.
That's a really good call.
Yeah.
Vegas has some great theater, great food. You could go in to see some really high. You're absolutely right. There's a fan base for that.
Yeah, and it doesn't just have to be him doing what he did on AGT. They could throw in other people. And have you ever heard of Hamilton? Maybe the biggest play ever.
What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
All right, we're giving a shout out to fashion model Gigi Hadid and singer Zayn Malik. The couple just welcomed a baby girl. Zayn posted that the love he feels is already beyond his understanding, while Gigi says their baby girl has already changed their world.
What about you? That's like you.
I'm getting like teary-eyed just
You
looking at
always
like
do.
I'm such a softie.
What happens to you, can I be honest, when you see that? Why do you start tearing up? Do you
I think of
feel
my son, see, like I'll
being
cry right
born?
now. I just think of that because everyone takes that picture. Whenever I see that blanket with the feet and that hat with the stripes on it, dude, it's over. I'll cry.
And is it just emotion taking over, or are you thinking about it? Like,
Oh, there's a lot. That's his first birthday. Oh, see that. Here's what it is. You realize that your life is bigger than you. You realize that your existence on this planet really doesn't matter anymore, because this is for me. Is because it's passed on. I sound like a lumberjack. I've passed my seed. But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. I can't explain it. I understand what they're going through right now. I'll stop talking because I ruined the moment, Brandon.
no, you didn't.
You coming to me about kids?
I had to get out of there. I felt like, what's that movie where?
Right.
Remember when he's like, he's a lumberjack, Will Ferrell, and he comes in. He's like, I'm here to give you my seed.
I didn't know what movie that is, but I wanted to
I ruined the whole lovely moment.
Oh, such a nice moment.
Oh,
Gone
man.
downhill from there.
So should I just keep going, Brandon?
Yeah, let's just keep going, man, because I got nothing for you on that one.
Poor
man.
Brandon, you going to me?
And his collar's way out of control. I feel like an idiot right now.
You look real dumb with that collar.
All right, well, good thing we're live. All right, Mariah Carey has a new tell-all book coming out soon, and she's holding nothing back when it comes to her marriage to Tommy Mottola. The pair tied the knot in 1993. Carey writes that Mottola had set up cameras and armed guards at their house to keep tabs on her?
Yes.
Huh. She says he once held a butter knife to her face while guests were over?
Yes.
Oh, that would be a nice dinner party because she threatened to call things off. Wow, Tori, you're into this story. Mottola has since apologized publicly for his behavior. So this is the first I'm hearing of all this as well.
There's been rumors that Tommy Mottola, first of all, he was much more her senior, and she was sort of green and new in the business, and he took over and just took her under his wing. And there's just been rumors of psychological abuse, emotional abuse, controlling, a sense that she not only got out of that marriage, but escaped. And so I think what she's saying is true. I believe every word.
Why now? Why do you think now?
I think she probably needed the space to be able to deal with that, to get married, to move past it. And right now, no one has anything to do, so write a memoir. I'm going to read Mariah Carey's memoir. Are you kidding me?
Face things head on.
Heck yeah.
I like it. I like it. Brandon, where do you stand on these new allegations?
Well, I mean, I'm going to throw the allegations out. I'm just talking about Mariah Carey's image as a whole, like up to this point. She's been so, I don't want to necessarily say secretive, but she's been protective about her image and her personal life. So I think this is one of those things where it's like, you know, it's like Britney Spears, it's like Beyonce. Come out and just be as transparent as possible about all the things that you had to go through back in the day. Like, you had to be this perfect individual because you were this pop diva, but you're ailing inside, you're hurting inside with you. And in this case, she's feeling like a caged animal for the man that she's married to. But I can't wait to hear more about the part with her romance with Derek Jeter, because I mean, I'm a big Derek Jeter fan, not only on the field but just his bachelor life as well. And she talks about how
I knew that was coming. I didn't know if you were going to say that or not. I want to tell all book from Derek Jeter.
Yeah, but he's private too, isn't he? Very
that
private.
guy invented having people over to his house, and they had a basket, and you had to put your cell phones in there and stuff. Otherwise, you couldn't come in.
Wow.
It was I would say, fun party with no consequences.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No.
All right, unless you go to Brandon's house.
Brandon does the same thing. The basket's there and everything.
All right, guys. Any Father of the Bride fans out there?
Huge.
Me too.
Huge.
I love that show. All right, it's been 25 years since the movie came out. That makes me feel old. And now Netflix is teasing a reunion special with the cast. So you remember Steve Martin, obviously, if you're a fan, played George Bonks. George Bonks, the father.
The chocolate.
Diane Keaton played his wife, Nina. And now they haven't announced yet who all is showing up, but it's taking place tomorrow night on Netflix, YouTube, and Facebook pages. Now, Martin Short better show up as Frank. Or that is Frank. Of course. He better show up, Mr. Bonks.
Mr. Bonks, do you need your chocolate cup?
If he doesn't show up, I'm not watching.
First of all, that's amazing. And I want Kimberly to show up. She is married to, she plays the daughter, Kimberly Paisley, I believe her name is. She's married to Brad Paisley. Do you know the country singer?
No, but the two last names kind of
Well, now
put
that
together.
makes sense, doesn't it? And I thought she was darling. I always wanted her to do well, and I never kind of heard from her again. So I'm rooting for her to be back into it.
Brandon, did you watch Father of the Bride, or is this no?
Here's that segment of the show called Brandon Hasn't Seen.
Listen.
But I do remember that Frank character. That Frank character, that's a very distinctive character.
Underrated character.
I've seen it.
I have a feeling if Steve Martin's doing it, Martin Short's doing it, because they're really good friends.
They're incredibly close. If you don't know, they've been comedy pals since freaking Three Amigos. I mean, they've been together forever. If he's doing it, you're absolutely right. Short also is like me, Martin Short. He loves the camera, so he's totally in. He's a sucker for it.
And I don't know why I relate to that more now after having kids and being married and him trying to save money on everything.
George Banks is kind of like you.
I'm very much George Banks.
You're George Banks.
No, I prefer Bonks.
Bonks, my bad.
I prefer Bonks. And by the way, the movie I was talking about with my seed, I was thinking about the whole time. I wasn't even listening to you guys talk.
That's nice. That's kind.
It was Step Brothers. Remember they do that flashback scene and he's with the therapist?
Oh.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right.
Hey, just because I said I've never seen the movie doesn't mean you guys cut me out of the conversation.
What would you like to add?
What would you like to add to it?
Talk to us.
I don't know. Let's go to commercial, Jeff.
All right. right. Get those thoughts together, Brandon.
I have
Stick
nothing.
around, buddy. You look good. That's all that's
He
important.
does look fabulous.
Coming up on DBL, Hollywood A-listers are reacting to the Breonna Taylor news, making national headlines. We'll tell you what they're saying. And as we go to break, check out our studio. Most of our employees are still working from home during the pandemic. We thank them all. We miss you guys. Can't wait till you guys are back. We'll be right back.
At Guild.com, get insider.
Welcome back to DBL. So many people were outraged by yesterday's news about the Breonna Taylor case, including many high-profile celebrities. Oprah posted this supporting Breonna Taylor's mother, saying, "My heart goes out to Tamika Palmer, who has to be reminded again and again that her baby won't be coming home through that door." Viola Davis didn't hold back, tweeting, "Bull bleep decision, Black Lives Matter. Can't be said enough times." And LeBron James tweeted, "The most disrespected person on earth is the black woman." And finally, George Clooney, who grew up in Kentucky, is hitting back at what the state's attorney general said about celebrities who don't know the community, commenting on the grand jury's decision. Clooney told The Hollywood Reporter, quote, "I know the Commonwealth and was taught in the schools and churches of Kentucky what is right and what is wrong. I'm ashamed of this decision." Now, Brandon, I want to go right to you because we haven't really talked much about this. What are your thoughts? I'm just going to give it to you. I'm going to open the floor to you. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
You know, it's unfortunate, Jeff, but at the same time, it didn't shock me. It didn't surprise me. There was an officer that I speak to a lot out here about these things that kind of told me that, hey, brace yourself and be ready, and because that he thought that that officer was going to get off or just not be charged directly when it came to her murder because of a lot of situations. But when it comes to the LeBron Jameses, when it comes to the George Clooney's and the celebrities, we still have a responsibility in that sense to, yes, we can be mad, but at the same time, we have to tell people, yes, you can go out and protest, but please do not put your life in harm's way by looting and fighting and doing those other things, because that's going to detract from the overall message. I have nothing but the utmost respect and confidence that a LeBron James is going to handle this or do something within our police reform after the playoffs, after he has to finish his 9-to-5, his job. So when it comes to the celebrity outrage, I understand it and I feel it, but at the same time, we still have a responsibility.
Brandon, do you feel, being a former NFL player, do you feel any sort of due diligence? What's the word I'm looking for?
Responsibility?
Responsibility, yeah, that's an easier one.
Much
to
better.
speak for the community on their behalf. Do you feel like that's why LeBron James has to talk about that, or it's in his heart to talk about that? Not to take away from the message.
Yeah, absolutely, man. LeBron James carries the weight of an entire culture on his shoulders. And I think that that's why the younger generation is calling him the greatest of all time, because Michael Jordan failed to acknowledge these type of issues. So when it comes to a LeBron James, I mean, look what he did with the school that he built in Ohio. Look at all the money that he donates to different charities across not only the United States, but just across the world in general. So a LeBron James, who has a higher platform and a way better career than a Brandon London, carries a higher burden than a me, and he has to speak out.
I agree.
Yeah.
And just very, very quick, I'll say, remember, he was also challenged by Laura Ingraham by saying, shut up and dribble. And his response has been breathtakingly beautiful, I think.
Yeah, I wish we had more time as we're
Absolutely.
running out of time. I want to hear Tori's comments, but I'm sure this won't be the last time
Beautifully said,
we
Brandon.
talk about that. Great comments, Brandon. Great comments. Don't go anywhere, buddy. Coming up on DBL, it's a debate that's got women fired up. Should Sex and the City continue without sexy star Kim Cattrall's Samantha? We're sharing your comments and Tori's. It's a big one for Tori next.
Introducing the
Welcome back to DBL. Kim Cattrall is best known as Samantha from Sex and the City, and although she's made it clear she is no longer interested in the role of her co-star, she's no longer interested in the role, but her co-star Cynthia Nixon joined Sharon Stone on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and Sharon said she's open to stepping into Samantha's shoes. What kind of shoes would those be?
Oh, they'd be a Christian Louboutin?
Oh, there you go.
Of course.
She'd be honored to work with Cynthia, and here's what Cynthia had to say about that.
I think Sharon would totally make it her own. But I've also heard many people say, including Kim Cattrall herself, that if we were to have a different fourth woman, that maybe it would be a woman of color this time. And I think that would be amazing as well.
I think that's right. Mm-hmm.
So what they're saying is they don't want Sharon Stone.
You kind of was like, bye, Sharon Stone, you're not welcome.
Should popular characters be replaced on shows like this or any of your favorite shows? I'm going to read your comments and then go to Brandon and Tori and get your take. Brandon, this one's for you, okay, buddy? First comment is from Marie.
Yeah,
she says on Facebook, at least cast someone who looks like the original. The two Aunt Vivs from The Fresh Prince were nothing alike, and it bothers me. All right.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of agree with that. I mean, I think if they go with the woman of color, I think that's just it would be one of those things where people are like, look, you're forcing it on us.
Yeah,
you're putting it
tokenism.
on us. When it comes to tokenism, thank you, Tori. That's Kim Cattrall's role, and that's the only reason why I watched as a kid, to watch her and her role. Samantha.
Of course he did. Of course that's his favorite.
I like you coming up with adjectives for me and Brandon.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Responsibility. Tokenism.
It's very
Always
good.
there.
We like it. You got our back. All right, Tori, this next comment's for you. Simone from Facebook says, if not Sharon Stone, I could see Angela Bassett recreating Samantha and killing it.
Okay, first off, don't recreate Samantha. Let Samantha go. We all know there's tension there. We don't really want to see it. Move on. Let Angela Bassett come on, who's a great call, and be a new character. Don't replace Samantha and make us be like, there's two Darrens on Bewitched, but you wouldn't have known. Yeah, we know. We got it.
I'm
Remember
with
that?
you.
Just
Remember
make
the
a new
whole
character.
007 thing that we talked about for 3 years?
Yes,
since we started.
We would not stop talking about
008.
008.
That, not
100%.
Samantha. Something happened tragic to her. This is her sister,
Look at it.
Maureen.
Maureen,
and she's not happy about living in the city because she's from the farm.
She loves the farm.
And there's too much
noise
going on. All right.
Noise.
Lita from Facebook says, I think Roseanne got it right, Brandon. This one's for you. The two Beckys worked, and thank goodness they didn't replace Roseanne when she got the boot.
Interesting take.
Ooh, interesting. I mean, you guys hop in on this one too. I mean, look, I want to see if they bring that whole cast back, it can be called Sex in the City gets their groove back.
I love it. Listen, no
That's
one's
a show
replacing
idea.
Brandon London.
No.
That's for sure. There's only one of you, you little cutie. DBL Blast is coming up next.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
welcome back to, what's that? It's an alarm for the sweet, sweet deals. Earlier, Steph showed me some amazing products at even better prices. It worked.
It worked.
Here's this week's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. All right, what do you have for us today, Steph?
This is the Fine Life Quantum Impact Percussion Massager. It's got 6 different speeds. It's cordless. Now, normally this is $150, but we've got it for $39, which means you're saving 74%, Tori. Next, this is the Ella Jane Home 12-pound reversible weighted blankets, and it's 2-sided, so it's got this really soft minky velvet, and then it's got a comfortable microfiber fabric on the back. Now, this is normally $130. We've got it for $39, Tori, which means you're saving 70% on being all snuggly and warm this autumn. Tori, this is the Nork 48-piece eco flatware set. It's perfect for us. So it's made of bamboo fibers and sugarcane starch that will mean these will last about a year of use. And then this clever design doubles up as a knife and a fork. These are normally $62 for a set, but for our viewers, we've got them for $25, which means you're saving 60% on saving the planet.
Saving the planet.
Okay, last, this is the Buxton Power Tech wallet. Now, it's got this gorgeous pebbled vegan leather, and you know what's really cool? You open it up, Tori, and it's got a power bank inside of it for you to charge your phone while you're out and about. Now, normally this is $40, but we've got it for our viewers for $19, which means you're saving 53%.
Ooh, that's a nice little pickup for me. I'm going to get that one. You guys get yours. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at seriously the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph.
I dig that massager.
I think you like that.
Yeah, I like it. Like, when I have a bruise, I like to push it.
You like that, the good pain, it's called.
Yeah.
That good pain.
Or like a toothache, I'll press it.
You like that good pain. I like the weighted blanket because I'm lonely. Always.
You're more comfort, I'm more
pain.
Pain. It pretty much sums us up.
Totally does.
We got to have it rhyme somehow. All right, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.